Hello everyone, GBA049 here, and welcome back to another episode of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, the No Hypermode challenge. I kept on repeating myself that the challenge was about to begin in here. I can't scan anything when the Aurora unit's talking to me. Yes, I know that.
We need more data to determine how the shield can be disabled. You are near the wreckage of a downed Federation vessel.
Wonder how it got destroyed.
Prepare to receive.
Yeah, I got the coordinates. Beep 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 skip beep beep beep. I don't care. Okay. Let's go take a look at what planet Bryyo has in here. The Spike bush is an indigenous strain of plant life that produces venom within its leaves. And this is a mature kosh plant. It has fully developed bark that has only heavy beams and explosives can't. Wait, what? Has fully developed bark that only heavy beams and explosives can damage, like this. So yeah, I can destroy that. This thing right here. Weathered altar ruins were once part of a much larger structure. Its original purpose is unknown. It's just placed for decoration because that war golem is just having his hands, it's just having the palm of his hand just scorched, just having the palm of his hand just scorched. I wonder if the danger meter fills up when I approach that fire. Oh, it doesn't, because I can't get hit by the fire. Yet this fire I can get hit by because the danger meter goes up. Actually, wait. Oh wait, I just remembered. There is no danger meter in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Only if you're an idiot. Look at that. It's the second species of doors that I can scan. Oh, look at that. There's a smaller kosh plant. Store field supplies and vital gear. There's a lot of kosh plants, and this creature is frozen. Bryyo natives encased in solid ice. Scans indicate that the bioform inside is still alive. Still alive as in a coma because it's frozen, or still alive because its heart is beating, or it's dying because it's frozen in place. I don't know. And there's another one. This one's dead. Bioform appears to have been engaged in combat at the time of being frozen. That's actually kind of hilarious. Didn't know it hit him, and then Rundas just freaking pins it against the wall. It's really freaking funny. Solid ice mass appears to have been made to gain entry to temple. Ice has not yet begun to thaw, and it never will because it's... What the hell did I just see? I just saw something perched over there. It's probably just a Reptilicus thing. Gragnolls. They're not the adults yet because the larvas are really easy to kill. You just gotta shoot a bunch of times and they'll die. A lot of shit to scan in here. This right here looks like the head of one of those two-legged walrus enemies from Metroid Other M. Looks like the head of those, but no, it's a hopper nest. Life signs detected within. Not gonna face them yet. Pipes. Black Confederation data. According to lore, these statues are a monument to the folly of war. Huh. Okay. This thing is also dead. Scans indicate bioform has sustained a fatal spinal fractures from impacting the wall. Ouch. That's not nice. I can pull this back so I can get back over here. Now, the thing that I really, really do not like about Bryo's theme, like in here, the main theme of Bryyo is probably one of my favorite soundtracks in the entire Metroid Prime series, or just Metroid series as a whole. But after when it plays the first part, it just gets all really ambient and echoey, and I do not like that part. It was not necessary for them to just give it a really echoey, reverberating noise part in here. It's really pointless, and it just removes all the excitement by the time when you arrive here. I just don't know why they did that. Thankfully, Brawl BRS TMS fixed that by just having the first part of the song loop, which I find it to be a lot more better because the chanting in the Bryyo theme is really fucking epic, and I love it so much. And it just saddens me that after when the whole entire best part of Bryyo just stops, it just gets all ambient. I don't think that Bryyo deserves ambience like the cliffside part. It doesn't deserve it. Door lock system engaged. Unable to bypass security. Engage override to open doors. That's a pretty pleasant sight. Just two dragons making out. And yeah. Not gonna bother with that yet. Oh. So much for having a walkway. I can just jump over here now. Bryyo itself is a planet filled with puzzles, and I like it. I like the Metroid Prime series just because it has a whole lot of puzzles to solve, and it uses those puzzles to test out your skills by just trying. Well, it doesn't really overwhelm you with enemies all that much, but it just tries to overwhelm you with enemies. But in the original Metroid Prime, nothing really difficult there except the phazon mines. That place is a fucking maze, and I really hate it with a burning passion because I always get lost. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, I memorize everything in that game. Okay, of course, for Metroid Prime 2 Echoes being my favorite game of all time, it's reasonable of why I memorize everything in that game, of why I just beat the game in like more like less than 7 hours or so. My Wii sensor bar is really messed up right now. Oh god, these things. Phazon, oh wait, phazon barbs, phazon night barb, phazon night barbs. Good forms powerful attack, but it can be overloaded to destroy them, and they infinitely respawn after when you kill them. Hey, do me a favor and just circle around so I can not that kind of circle around. I mean like circle around so that I can you know, kill you. Ah yes, the main theme of Bryyo just looped finally. Honestly, I could listen to the main theme of Bryyo like for 30 minutes, and I did one time. Because hearing the epic chanting of the epic chanting and choir from the music, it just greatly symbolizes of just a long lost civilization that has long since fallen after the impact of the Leviathan seed corrupting the planet. All the natives are just brainwashed just because of the radiation of phazon. All the places is nothing but, you know, just sent to waste. Everything has lost their own will and is now just being corrupted by the phazon that has long corrupted this planet for God knows how long, and I had no idea that phazon barbs can do that. That is new for me. Also, that's where they spawn, little bastards. Of course, the main theme of Bryyo got ruined for me because some person just said the misheard lyrics of Bryyo. Pounds and pounds of beef, pounds and pounds and pounds of beef. Like this part right here. I mean, you can hear it, but that doesn't really stop me from just chanting to the music along. It's way too epic to not chant along to it, though some of you might find it crazy that I just like to sing along to some of my favorite soundtracks. I don't care. It's really cool. Also, the lore in Bryyo is also really interesting, yet mysterious. the Golden Age. Look now to the past and to the time of peace on Bryyo. See the age of gold when our world was a paradise unrivaled. Hear the songs of joy fill the streets of the royal city as the people honor the coming of Bryus, the first, the liberator. Behold the launch of our first ship to the stars in that day, and witness the rise of science, of a new Bryyo. See this, and see the beginning of our downfall. Yep, that first lore just perfectly describes the main theme of Bryyo. Welcome, dear traveler, to our planet of once we called home, and know that we have lost and long since fallen, ever since the tragedy that struck down on that day. Please, save us. I like to talk about my favorite tracks and just, you know, talk about them. That's what I like to do. Shell bugs. Annoying little enemies. Only takes like one hit to kill. Bye. Okay, now for the part of where hyper mode is actually required. After I destroy this thing. Contains fuel gel. Incoming. I created a little bit of a walkway so I can jump over there to get that missile expansion up ahead. Stands indicating an abnormality in this unnatural ice formation. Phazon signatures present. Since this ice is unusual, it's because that it has phazon inside it, and Rundas has used hyper mode to create that power and that type of ice. And here we go. Oh, I didn't notice it there. Yeah, I forgot to scan the missile ammunition. Scan missile expansion. That's 5. Actually, that's 1 out of... How many missile expansions are there? I don't really know. Well, anyway. These vines can only be destroyed with phazon-based weaponry, meaning that I have to use hyper mode. So. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. Later on, I do not have to use hyper mode until the next phazon weakness is detected. Also, hoppers can be a real bit of a nuisance to deal with. What do you mean it's out? What do you mean it's out of scanning range? I'm like 10 feet away from it. Hey, stop. You know, it really is pointless just to pull off every single layer of, you know, things to in order to go through it. It's best to just pull off the 3 main ones. Say, there's no point just pull off, just pull all of them off, even though that it's basically just a OCD kind of thing. Usually, what people do in this part, in this part of Bryyo, they always like to use hyper mode to take care of the Reptilicus much more easier, just because they take a lot of hits to kill. But I'm not gonna roll with that, because again, this is a no hyper mode challenge. The Reptilicus Hunter target can generate a personal cloaking field around its body, meaning that I have to take like one fully charged shot, just not gonna whip me. Hey, come here. Get the hell back over here. Okay, how did that miss you? Ah, come on. I'm trying my best to take care of the one in front of me and just try to avoid the attacks from the one behind me. You like missiles? Oh, I had no idea the Reptilicus hunters could turn invisible. So that's new for me. Okay, there we go. Nothing challenging yet. Derp. That statue is a funny face. Looks like a little fish or something. Thousand years. Okay, enough chanting to this. I'm just gonna go read the next lore. Age of Science. The ships of Bryyo sped to the stars in all directions, bearing the banner of peace. Soon we found stellar brethren in the Chozo, the Luminoth, and the Ela. I have no idea what that is. Starborn knowledge came to Bryyo, and we gladly sent our wisdom to our new friends in return. The hearts of Bryyo were filled with pride, and they honored the lords of science for all the wonders we provided. As the time of new Bryyo came to be, the old ways faded. The cries of joy from those who honored science covered the angry shouts of those who mourned the old ways, the primal traditions. So the civilization of Bryyo is a bunch of scientists that want to learn more about the outside world, I guess, and have as much knowledge as possible. But the thing is that I don't really understand is where exactly is the native tribe species of Bryyo? I mean, it's mentioned that it's the Reptilicus, but I really don't think that the native species of Bryyo is called the Reptilicus, because I just killed a native creature called the Reptilicus Hunter. Or maybe those are just fake versions of the original Reptilicus well, as its name suggests, Reptilicus Hunters. So later on, I'm going to find normal Reptilicus. Actually, you are, but you know, I've always been curious. Is it possible to actually get killed by this thing? Well, it depends on how far back you pull it. And look at that! We got another upgrade for my grapple beam. Not gonna call it the grapple swing because I'm always going to call it the grapple beam. I don't care. Grapple lasso, grapple swing, grapple voltage. It's the same damn thing. Shut up, game. Anyway, we got the, well, upgrade for the grapple beam. Fine, I'll call it the grapple swing. Fine. There we go. You know, when I first played this game, I got lost in here. Don't ask why. I had no idea that the exit was all the way up here. I had to double jump to go through the door. I just got lost. I was kind of young when I first played this game. I was like 12 or something. Fair enough. Speaking of Reptilicus Hunter, there's Reptilicus. I'm curious of something. I'm just gonna go read its lore and just wonder if this is the... Wait, what? Scans indicate a mutation that allows Reptilicus to teleport over short distances. Commonly used as a combat tactic, blah, 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 blah. Wait. The Reptilicus appear to suffer from phazon corruption, and all higher thought processes have been replaced by savage bloodlust. This corruption has also increased the resistance to heat-based attacks and fuel gel. So it turns out that the creatures that I face in Bryyo, the Reptilicus, is the natives of the planet. And they've been corrupted by phazon mutation. Jeez. I kind of feel bad for these guys now. I feel bad for killing them. they don't know what they're doing because they've been corrupted. Jeez. All this time, I thought that the natives of Bryyo have died out over time in war. I was wrong. Turns out that I've been killing them all this time. Oh, man. That's just not fair. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry for what you had to go through. Yeah, I know you feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't approach me. Ow. Hey, stop. How dare you jump toward me? Now, sometimes I get quite a big jump scare when I'm facing one of these things, because they teleport directly in front of you. Anyway, scans indicate elements of phazon within ice compound have begun to attack. Phazon within ice compound have begun to attack the trapped bioform. Rundas showing no mercy to these. Rundas showing no mercy to these creatures. Subject was impaled on an ice shard before being frozen. Jeez. Even though that Rundas is made of ice, he has no chill. Phazon, Bryonian shriek bats. Also, little known Easter egg that's about to happen after when I go to the Galactic Federation ship Theseus. This is the Down Federation vessel that the Aurora unit has been telling me about. Little known fact, I'm gonna go to little known Easter egg that is not known, even though I keep on saying that's little known. I'm just saying that it's not really widely known. Atomics. Reminiscent to the Diligence class drones for Prime 2 Echoes, yet not at all that threatening. This thing is keeping it sealed shut. Open it up, dumbass. 1, 2. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to freaking shoot the thing. Never mind. And look at that. Analysis complete. Unit is one of a series of power rods. Connect all rods to restore power. Sorry that I can't talk much. Also, doing this is just so rhythmic. I can make a remix of that if I wanted to. It's really cool. Really catchy. And I'm going to get the map. A map to Planet Bryyo. Since this Easter egg that I'm about to show you is very not widely known, it's because that it happens pretty damn quickly. You're supposed to notice it as soon after when you exit off of the Galactic Federation ship Theseus. That's why it's not noticeable. It's because, look at this. Did you know that Rundas can... Oh, fucking hell, that's the wrong way. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go blah, 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 blah. That's a lot of stuff. There's 1 landing site, 1 energy signature, 2 landing sites, 2nd energy signature, and that's it. Little known fact. After when you exit out of the Galactic Federation ship Theseus, you'll see Rundas perched up on top of the cliff, and then he just goes away after he notices you. Pretty neat. Of course, I never knew about that until I just looked at the Metroid Prime knowledge database. And when I first saw that, I tried my best to search for him, like, right after I exit out of the Theseus. Little did I know that I was too late, because I just spent like 30 freaking minutes just because my stupid ass mind just tried to search for him for 30 godforsaken minutes, not knowing that I was too late. Oh, come on, no, don't push me, don't push me down, don't push me down, don't push me down. There we go. Ow, God. And now for the 2nd missile expansion out of God knows how much. I'm probably going to go end this episode after when I defeat Rundas, unfortunately. Dragnall adults. these damn things can only be killed by pulling their asses off. Literally. So, the main entrance of Bryyo is... Oh, hi, how's it going? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go completely ignore you because... Just because I feel bad for killing you because I had no idea that you lost your will. Please do not teleport directly in front, you asshole, you just did. Fine, I'll just give you one missile for saying goodbye. Goodbye, I feel sorry for you. Okay, here's the part of where things, I gotta stop mentioning that. Alpha Hoppers. A battle royale against a few half-dozen Alpha Hoppers. They take a lot of hits to kill, but that doesn't mean that they're that doesn't mean that they're impossible to kill without Hypermode. No. You're supposed to pay close attention to how many shots you shoot with them. That's 4 shots. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. Just keep on shooting them until they drop. And try not to fall off. I'm not gonna go enter hyper mode. Shut the fuck up, game. Don't tell me what to do. I'm perfectly fine on my own. I'm here. Here we go. There's another Alpha Hopper killed. Now for the last one. Press and hold plus to enter hyper mode. What are you saying? It's impossible? No, it's not. There we go. Alpha Hoppers have been defeated. And now I can exit off of this planet. And my sensor bar still will not be, is still unstable for some reason on the screen. I'm just pointing it on the screen. It's all everywhere every time I do this. Don't ask why. I have no idea. I'm just gonna go restore my my missile ammunition. Just because I used a couple of them. Missiles are your only hope in this game. Do not hesitate to use them. As what, I think it's Adam Malkovich. What Adam Malkovich says in Metroid Fusion. Missiles are your only chance of survival. Do not hesitate to use them. Same thing, same idea in this challenge. It's really freaking helpful. Trust me. Saving. I probably should have said enter and save the ship. My bad. It's much more faster, but I didn't choose to do that. Okay. You know, honestly, since my next destination is supposed to be the Bryyo Fiery Air Dock, I'm not going to go there yet because there's one more thing I need to get to make this challenge much more easier so that way I don't die immediately. But, however, there's going to be one tough spot that I have to endure that's kind of hard to get through without the use of hyper mode. So even though that thankfully I saved, so thankfully I saved and I know exactly what to do and I'm prepared for it. Because creatures themselves too like to enter hyper mode. And since using hyper mode yourself makes them easier to kill, it makes this challenge really, really, really more fucking challenging and difficult. And if you want to see how well I deal with all these enemies just covered in phazon armor and phazon armor using hyper mode, and meanwhile I'm just doing survival of the fittest, not using hyper mode at all, keep on watching. Also, this is probably one of the most disturbing platforms I have ever seen in my entire life in gaming history. You cannot scan them, but when you shoot them, red ooze comes out of them and they reform. I have no idea if they have a name for these plants, but I'm just gonna go call them presaps. Because it looks like they're, I don't know, pre-ejaculating red ooze every time you shoot them. Kinda uncomfortable for me to watch and just shoot them every time, but anyway. Again, they're just a place for show. Here we go! This space pirate has entered hyper mode. And I'm supposed to be a freaking pro Genji just to try, and I'm just trying to, and your mission right here, the objective here is to be all fucking pro Genji and everything by just double jumping, trying to avoid every single projectile that it fires at you, so that way hyper mode can be canceled on them, so that way you can kill them easier. Luckily, this one has not entered hyper mode yet, so I'm just gonna go take care of him. What is he doing? Come here. There we go. There we go. Luckily, the normal armored troopers in hyper mode are not really all that hard to take care of, just because that it's one of the main enemies in this game. And why can I not destroy this thing? There we go. One thing to destroy, two things to destroy. Okay, my rear remote just made a 360-degree turn when I just moved it slightly to the left. Okay. Restore my HP a little bit. Because I got hit a couple of times. There we go. However, the main reason I'm here is not to you know, get lost or anything. I'm here just to pick up this energy tank. And even though the energy tanks are used for hyper mode, a lot of you might be thinking that since this is a no hyper mode challenge, that this must be you're only going to use like 1 or 2 energy tanks. No, I'm just only going to collect as much energy and as much ammunition as possible, but without using hyper mode in any of the non-required conditions. Just make sure if you don't really get confused by that. Anyway, now that's over and done with. Let's go to the Bryyo fiery air dock and fight Rundas. But not yet. The first thing you need to do is just endure the the adventure of entering the Bryyo fiery air dock, and actually, I don't know. It's a bit complicated. It's going to happen soon. Trust me. Well, duh. Some of you already played this game anyway. Bryyo fiery air dock. You know, I could have just went into the ship and just typed in the Easter egg as an extras after when I'm done with this video, but I don't really care. Also, there's another unscannable enemy that looks like freaking Tax. I don't know. Okay. Actually, it looks like one of those toys. It looks like one of those toys that the kids like to play. It's like Jacks, Balls and Jacks. I forgot what it was called. You know, those little things that look exactly like those kinds of toys. Apparently, it's its own creature. Interesting. You know, when I first entered Bryyo Fiery Air Dock, it makes me wonder of how the hell Rundas was able to survive a place like this just because it's really hot. Phrygian class gunship, Galactic Federation records identify pilot as Rundas. The engines are still warm. Well, if Rundas has a ship like that, and if he's a pilot, then apparently those arm crystal cannons that he has obviously are not just his guns. Okay. Structure, Gragnol Hive. Scans indicate no activity within. Hive has been abandoned. Galactic Federation database access. File BY412. Stonework bears the mark of Skan, a gladiator in the Primal's armies. Element. Hazard identified. Fuel gel. Substance is highly volatile. Contact with gel can cause damage. Looks like vomit. More than fuel gel. Statue of a war golem. Stonework represents Vimizes II. Vimizes II, the first emperor of the S-Shar dynasty. Open this up. Pinwheel. What's this? Stonework represents Owanal I, the third empress of the Sea Clom dynasty. How many dynasties are there? And when does it end? When does one of the dynasties end? It's like, how many emperors are in each dynasty? Seems like only to be one. Amidi the sixth, I think, the 8th emperor of the Gimth dynasty. Metroid Prime sure has its weird pronunciations and names on things. And there's a Reptilicus. I'm going to ignore him. Because I'm not trapped anywhere. As long as he's gonna teleport right in front of me. Cause oh god, no. Flip the platform and I'm ow, stop. Anything over here? Oh, okay, nothing. More lore to read. What is this? Age of Schism. Whatever that is. I'm gonna go look it up in the dictionary soon. In time, the wonders of science were not enough for those who held the primal traditions in their hearts. The warnings of the Chozo, seek a balance between old and new ways, were not heeded by the lords of science. Myself included. Before dawn, ignorant of the rage in the hearts of the primals, the time came when some name that I cannot pronounce, first lord of science, denounced the primals and their traditions in the center of the royal city. It was as flame to a dry forest. The age of science ended, and the age of schism was born. If you don't care about the lore, just skip ahead. I've always wanted to be a floating porcupine. For like 30 seconds. Because I don't want to get eaten by this Korba. Because this thing just says, enter here because you're an idiot. That mouth tells that mouth tells me otherwise. I'm never going to enter there. Missile expansion acquired. That's the third. Am I seriously going to keep track of how many missile expansions I find? Yeah, I'm just going to be an idiot and just not right now, on purposely just get caught by the Korba when the snatchers pull me up. Manual elevator. Wait for it, and boom. Oh boy, here it comes. The Phazon Mines entrance theme is playing, and there's more Phazon vines to take care of. This is where things. I wonder if I can actually skip this. Is that possible? Is it actually possible? Well, it pushed me back, so. It pushed me back, so no, I can't do it. Wait, can I do it? Maybe I could do a triple morph ball bomb jump up there. Is it even possible? Doing a triple morph ball bomb jump is so freaking hard. Well, guess I have no choice. Here's the other required condition of using Hypermode. Except this time, this is the part of where I start to get corrupted. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then this starts playing. I'm gonna die. I cannot control myself. The phase of my body's overreacting because I have no idea what's going on. Also, this music is playing because I don't know. Oh boy. Get out of there. Get me out of Hypermode. The really weird thing that I do not understand about the track that was playing, the corruption, it has so much composition, yet it only plays for like 4 minutes. And okay, it has so much composition, yet it only plays for like 10 seconds. It's
to further analyze this situation. We will contact you again if we have any more information.
It's really interesting of how much effort Nintendo and Retro Studios and practically every single video game company, just all the effort they put into their soundtracks, no matter what. Like, for instance, if you just listen to the theme of the Drift Veil Drawbridge from Pokemon Black and White, the bridge itself is like, I don't know, like 8 seconds long, and the track itself is like 4 minutes in order for it to loop at least once. Same idea for the title called The Corruption, even though there's not a 30-minute extended version of it, just because of it. It's really strange. Oh, so this part. Warp Hounds. How I really fucking despise these enemies. Because not only can they do that, teleports over short distances, vulnerable to cold-based attacks, but I don't have anything cold-based. I have to pay attention to everything of what's going on, and I have to be insanely, extremely careful of what each one is doing, so that way I don't get immobilized by its fiery breath. It's just really freaking annoying dealing with these things. And they take forever to drop too. Like, come on. Just gotta go pro Genji and everything. That's how you do this challenge. And I'm trapped. I'm immobilized. I cannot move. Wait. Move. Go. I can't move. What is slowing me down? What is causing them to do that? Oh, stop it. I barely move when they do that. It's so annoying. Okay. Where's one of the Warp Hounds? Oh my god. Okay. One of them needs to be dead by now. Oh my god. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm stunned. Alright. No. Get off. Alright. Where are you at? Got one. Got 1 out of 3. Okay, why am I not using missiles? Where are you at? Oh my god. Hold still. Arrgh! Apparently, going in morph ball mode makes you escape their, I guess, pinning attack much more easier. Okay. Hey, Warp Hound. No, stop pounding yourself on me. There we go. 2 of them down. Where's the other one? My weak sensor bar is still not cooperating with me. Got them. That took a while, but I did it. And more lore. This time it's kind of small. Age of War. Oh, things are about to start to get interesting. In the beginning, the conflicts were small, out of sight for most on Bryyo, but they grew, slowly but as steady as the coming of the sun. Diplomacy gave way to brutality, and war came to our world. The lords of science turned their minds from exploration to destruction, and unleashed horrors unknown upon their primal enemies. In retaliation, the primals turned to the darkest of ancient powers, cursing us, the science lords, and all who served our cause. Friends from the stars tried desperately to end the conflict. All in vain. The people of war would not be denied. Like I said before, if you don't like me reading the lore, just skip ahead. Of course, I like reading the lore just to learn more about each planet and each creature, so that way more theories can be discussed more about it. Also, here's basically this entire room is basically an elevator that you're supposed to build. It's kind of fun. Where's the other Dragnall? There you are. Done. Pull that back. Go over here. Pull this one back. So that way I can make my own morph ball section. Pump terminal is not primed. Interact with this terminal to activate the fuel gel for flow regulators. As long as I don't accidentally punch something like my computer screen, I'd be fine. I use a laptop. Never mind, it's easy. Ah, come on. There we go. Now, if only I had the boost ball. Oh wait, I don't get that until like the second planet. Oh wait, no, this is the second planet. The third planet, Planet Elysia. Yeah, whatever. 1, 2, enter through here, and the elevator gets more taller, so that way I can go. So I can go up more further. And where exactly did those Ragnall adults come from? Did they just come out of the elevator, or just come out of the fuel gel, like hatch or something? That's a little bit strange. Also, speaking of which, if any of you are familiar with my channel, I know a lot of you aren't, but I discovered something kind of weird when I first faced one of these things. One of the Gragnol adults got stuck right here, and I could not do anything to kill them. Like, this one right here was just really stuck. Oh wow, I didn't know they could struggle. Like, for instance, this Gragnol right here was just moving around like this in front, like right there, not doing anything because it was stuck. And I tried to kill it by just trying to pull off its tail. It wouldn't work, and so I had to just pull off that little cap that's containing the fuel gel thing, and just and then kill it myself. Though I thought for sure that I had to had to reset the game. That would not have been good. Anyway. Also, I made that video using my 3DS just because the quality is so 100% perfect. It's not. Phazon pill bugs. Not the cute ones that you usually see in the Metroid Prime 2. They're just more corrupted and less annoying. Now for the last one. Okay, that didn't work. And there we go. The elevator has been complete. Oh, so the enemies do come out of that platform. Strangely enough. Also, one of the most badass things in the entire series. Oh, jeez, it looks so weird up close. Grab. Ow, God, no! Great, now I just gotta freaking climb all the way back up just because I was being an idiot. Actually, no, I wasn't being an idiot. A gel puffer just pushed me all the way back down here. Since when does that happen? Never. Jeez. Climb all the way back up the stairs, jump up here, through the morph ball section. Good thing the phazon pill bugs are dead. Exit through the hole, exit out, and jump back on. Just to make sure I don't duplicate that again. I'm just gonna go kill the other gel puffer so that way I don't fall all the way down, back down. I love adding sound effects to the. Oh, wait for it. Ah! Did I miss? Damn it, I missed. Oh, speaking of miss. Probably the most annoying creature to scan in the entire series. Gel rays. I'm not gonna go waste my time trying to scan those damn things. There's just no point. It's pointless. 'Cause you always miss them. So even if I do successfully manage to finally scan a gel ray, learning about its behavior is kind of boring because all it does is just swim around in the pools of fuel gel and jump. That's literally it. That's all it does. If you ever want to 100% complete this game, whether it be items or creatures to scan, just so you know that the gel rays are by far the most annoying ones to scan. Gotta wait for those fuel gel falls to stop spewing out fuel gel. So fuel gel is the Metroid's so fuel gel in this series is the Metroid's version of lava. Oh shit! I hate these things. Oh god, gel bugs. I wonder if I can actually avoid them by going to morph ball. Will it work? Will it work? Will it work? Barely, barely. Ouch. At least oh jeez, I lost a lot of health. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go to, oh shit. Another battle royale again. Wait a minute. Wait, wait. There's actually another there's actually an easier way of going through this part way more faster. Just target the ships. Target the ships. As long as I don't die. 1, 2, 3. Damn it! Ah! Don't get hit by a freaking. Don't get hit by a phazon grenade. Don't get hit by a phazon grenade. There's one. Come on, there's one right here. Aha, there's an armored one there. It's best if you just go straight up close fighting space pirates, so that way they never, ever throw a phazon grenade at you. It's best if you do that. Sacrifice a couple HP and just sacrifice a bunch of distance, so that way you can easily take care of the ones that are up close. So that way you never, ever get hit by any of the. That way you never get hit by any of the ones far away. Now that that's over and done with, the fight with Rundas is officially about to begin. And a lot of people, in their first playthrough of when they first played Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, they always use Hypermode to fight Rundas. I view that as a huge mortal sin. I never, and I repeat, never, ever use Hypermode to fight Rundas. It takes away all the fun and enjoyment of it. The entire fun and enjoyment in the entire fight. And you just don't listen to the whole entire soundtrack. You just don't listen to the whole entire part of his music the entire time, just because he's so easy. Hunter Rundas reported to have gone missing during a Federation mission. Hi, how's it going? Wait, why are you attacking me? What's going on, Rundas? What's wrong with... Oh, you've gotta be fucking kidding me! Why do I have to fight you? That was basically my reaction when I first fought Rundas. And this fucking music. This fucking music! This soundtrack, Rundas Battle from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, my all-time favorite video game soundtrack ever. I mean, ever. I could list a lot of reasons why I love it so much. Because this song right here just perfectly describes Rundas of who he is. He is a cool bounty hunter that has saved your life countless times. And the music right here is just... the symbolism of the music, of how it's composed, like the whistling parts, it just greatly symbolizes of how you feel while you're fighting him. A best friend that you once knew that helped you out in several occasions of where everything is nearly about to end for you. It's just like, I don't want to fight you. You have so much to live for. I'm being forced to kill you just because my nemesis is forcing me to. I can just imagine I can just imagine all of the pain and suffering that Samus has to deal with while fighting the three main hunters. They don't deserve to die, and neither does Rundas. He just has so much character development, and this music is just so fucking epic and so sad at the same time. Because this part right here, it always gives me it always makes me teared up. I could just write fan lyrics of the whistling part. Like save me from the corruptions, please save me from this disease. I'm not doing this, it's Dark Samus. Please help me. I don't know. And then the rest of the soundtrack is just having a pretty epic guitar solo. Though honestly, the The screeching guitar solo, to me, in my opinion, is a little bit out of place. But the part of where is pretty damn epic. And the shouts is pretty cool too. Also, even though that Rundas is half dead, I'm just gonna go mess around with this fight a little bit. Also, let me just point out something. Look at how Rundas fights you in here. Look at how Rundas fights you. He's using a bunch of ice sculptures to hide from and just shoot these ice cold waves as if that he's saying, back off, stay away from me. And he always runs away from you after when he has his armor ripped off. Again, there's just so much that Rundas was capable of doing. Also, oh god, I gotta be careful with this. Yeet! Okay. Of course I practically know everything. Okay, that's new. Also, I just like to point out a couple of things right now. Even though that I really fucking love this soundtrack to death, and I also really love Rundas as a character in this in the entire Metroid series. He's not my favorite video game character of all time, but he was, in fact, my #1 most requested character for Super Smash Bros. 4. This character deserved, he freaking needed the freaking place of becoming a playable character in Smash Brothers. But unfortunately and sadly, even I have to admit, and I really hate it, that he just was not popular enough. He was not a popular vote. I mean, he has everything. He has the freaking personality, character development, even though he barely has any, but he could have had it. The fight, the music just shouts fucking Super Smash Brothers. It's a sin. It just makes me sad that Rundas never won the ballot, and all we got was Bayonetta, a third-party character, a sexualized third-party character in an E10 rated game. The kids will love it. Seriously, Nintendo? Seriously? Also, people want to fucking really boot. We all know that will never happen. Also, that right there, that's going to be his final smash. The way he just enters actually, he hasn't hyper mode, but when he enters hyper mode, that's going to be his final smash. That giant fucking ice bat that'll just throw on top of you. That right there could be his up smash, sort of, similar to a Palutena's up smash, and this right here, I'm pretty sure can be part of his defenses, like maybe down B. Like he just uses his down B to create armor, and obviously that's going to be his recovery. The same idea for Rod's recovery. It also has a limit. And his okay. There's his final smash again. Hold on, I gotta be careful. Okay. I'm waiting for him to do that one attack where he just slams onto the ground. That's probably going to be his down air attack. Come on, do it. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. He does that when he's in hyper mode. I'm gonna do that soon. And this is going to be his forward smash. And this is his taunt. Like corrupted laughter. That's probably going to be his side B. Freezes you for like less than a second, because that way it would be more fair and balanced. Final smash right here. Enters hyper mode. Throws a gigantic fucking ice bat straight onto the stage. Really hard to avoid. I think he does it like 3 times too. He does it twice. Yeah, there we go. And this is probably going to be his down air attack. Come on, Rundas, cooperate with me. Hey, dude, where are you? This, oh god. Nope. That's gonna be his, that is going to be his down air attack. Up smash again, side B, down B. Actually, down B is going to be his counter attack where he just, Also, maybe his neutral special could be him shooting a bunch of ice spheres at you. And he can also use it while he's in his recovery. Actually, that's not going to be possible. Where the hell did he go? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is also going to be his dash attack, if he'll ever use it. Uh-oh. That dealt a lot of damage. This is going to be his dash attack. He just charges after you. He just charges after you. The same way of Samus's dash attack, but it just has more frame data and all that. Okay, anyway, enough talk. I just basically nearly talked about Rundas' entire moveset of what I think would be perfect for Super Smash Brothers. I could dream still, okay? But unfortunately, the dream has to die because Rundas is dead. He wakes up from his corruption. He just holds out his hand asking for help. Regains consciousness. Suit malfunctions. He dies. Gets impaled by his own power. Yet, you don't see any wound come out of his head. Never shows it. And Samus is all confused, just seeing Dark Samus absorbing him, taking him away, acting all confused. Also, why does Dark Samus look like Giratina? Origin form. I think it's origin form, but you know. To this day, the fight of Rundas just still gives me the feels every time when I defeat him, even though that you basically do kill him. And even though that it's doubtable, I'm pretty sure that I really wish that Prime 4 will just make him come back along with the other hunters, because my guess is Dark Samus didn't kill them. She just takes them away. She just absorbs them. Where did they go? No one knows. It's never really said that you kill them. They just vanish. My guess is that Dark Samus just took them somewhere. Simple. Well, anyway. This is the beginning of the No Hypermode challenge. After when I come all the way over here to after when I come all the way over here to find out that that coming all the way over here was pretty much pointless, but getting the ice missile meant something. After when I find out that the Leviathan Seed is protected by an energy shield, also by a generator as well. After when it says you must find a weapon capable of penetrating, Lennyface, the Leviathan Shield's heavy armor. Also, no pun intended, I gotta stop fucking saying that. Frozen Fuel Gel never looked so cool. I don't really care about you. Is there another one over here? Leviathan Shield Generator armor plating. Leviathan Shield Generator armor plating made of Meldrum. Armor integrity at maximum. Leviathan Seed has embedded itself within the planet, currently protected by an energy shield. And more lore to read. What's next? Downfall. Oh boy. Look now to the time of battle. Tribe against tribe. See fertile lands swept clean of all living things by arcane nightmares or the hellish blasts of science. See the giant stone Mojinars do battle, destroying the land with their titanic blows. And hear the undying scream of a planet racked by darkest war. The battles waged endlessly, and the resources needed to sustain our war machines were great. Bryyo too had become a casualty of the war. The air was filled with the smoke of battle, and the soil soaked with the toxins of pollution. Calamity after calamity visited the folk of Bryyo, until a world once known for wonders became a scarred husk under the stars. Only a small region remained habitable, and to it the survivors went, bringing the war with them. So basically, and I'm not quite 100% sure about this, the lore behind Bryyo is the fight for fuel gel.
This generator is supplying power to the Leviathan's protective shield.
Yes, I know that.
You will be unable to destroy the generator with your current weapons. You must find a weapon capable of penetrating the generator's heavy armor.
Armor online and active. Cannot do anything. I need to go back. I'm just gonna go skip ahead until I eventually just go to my ship. Actually, no. There's one more thing I need to do. Because the space pirates now have phazon grenades in that one walkway that had gel bugs, and I have to be insanely careful with that. Never, ever attack space pirates from a distance. Ever. Because you will get hit by its phazon grenade. Oh, I'm supposed to destroy these freaking hoppers. Oh, whatever. One fully charged shot of the power beam just kills normal hoppers easy. Huh. Okay. Let's hope I get through here without any problems. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Hello there, beastie! What the fuck happened to him? Oh! Oh, sweet! The gel bugs actually helped kill him. Thank you very much. That is so... That was actually easier than I thought it would be. I never knew that they could actually do that. Because last time when I did this challenge, I actually got hit by one of those phazon grenades when I was in that hallway, and I had to just start over from where I left off. Secret entrance. Secret exit, actually. Can I skip this? Oh wait, no. I just started a new game, and I can't really skip everything. Did I scan these yet? Oh yeah, I did. Ow. Bryyo and Shriek Bats are still annoying little bastards. Well, anyway. Rundas' ship has been turned blue now. Phrygian class gunship. Galactic Federation records identify pilot as Rundas. Pilot status. Deceased. Rest in peace, Rundas. You will never, ever be forgotten. In my eyes, you'll never be forgotten. You'll always be an inspiration to us gamers. You taught us how to be cool. Stay cool, Rundas. Stay cool. Well, anyway. This concludes the end of the third episode of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption No Hypermode Challenge. And later, and then next episode, we are about to enter the Thorn Jungle Air Dock now that we got the ice missile. Actually, we need one more thing. We need to go back to the Cliffside Air Dock to get the ship missile. Then after that, we're going to destroy the Leviathan Seed and destroy Mojanar. That's probably going to be a two-parter by the time I destroy both Leviathan shields or Leviathan shield generators. That's probably going to be in a separate mission, separate episode. But for now, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later. This is GBA049 signing out, going offline. See you next mission. So much character development. He didn't deserve to die.